All right. Hi guys. Today is a video that no one really asked for, but this is all information that I wish I had had in my most recent search for a mini backpack. I tried a bunch of different ones because I wasn't sure what I was exactly looking for. Let's talk about some mini backpacks. I always prefer a mini backpack as opposed to like a normal different kind of purse for like everyday carry, because I like that it allows you to be hands-free. A lot of times you can carry a bit more and it doesn't put the strain on just one shoulder. I was in the market for a new mini backpack, just kind of because I have a lot already, but they're kind of a little older. Some are falling apart. Some I just they're a little out of style. And I just wanted to try something new. And I guess my search started with the Fjallraven Kanken mini because I had seen that around a lot. I thought it looked really cool, and I had always wanted one, but I never had gotten one, and then I just decided might as well pull the trigger and get one. So I did. I ordered one. I do not have it anymore to show you though, because I didn't like it. I ended up returning it in exchange for the Kanken, the regular size, not the mini. This is my little cupcake cat. So I swapped it out for the Kanken regular, and this I ended up being a lot happier with. But for the purpose of this kind of video, I'll kind of use this as like a placeholder for the Kanken mini. But I guess let me start off with saying the things that I'll talk about the things that I didn't really care for on the Kanken mini. The primary one being that the straps on it were so short. I am like about 6 foot tall and I'm plus size. I'm sure you can see I'm a big kind of broad person. And so I need straps that fit comfortably on my body. And the Kanken mini straps were so tiny, like it would sit all the way up here on my back, and it was like kind of a struggle to like put it on and take it off. So I was like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling this. Here, let me say this. The Kanken mini is kind of like a weird size in that in every advertising picture it looks different. You can't quite tell how big it is in pictures because I feel like a lot of times they will put it on smaller models, so it seems bigger than it actually is. Like I got it in person and I was like, this is so small. It's a little too small, if I'm honest, for me. I don't know. It was weird. I was expecting something bigger, and then when I ended up getting the regular Kanken, I was like, okay, this is kind of more what I had in mind. Like, this is the regular, and even looking at it in my monitor, this seems bigger than it is, but like, it's really not that big. Like, this is what I would kind of consider like a medium-sized backpack for me. I just didn't love it. Like, I didn't care for the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of organizational pockets on the inside, and it just like, I felt also like when I had it on, it stuck out way far away from me, so it looked like I had a little turtle shell. I don't know, it's just a lot of things like I just wasn't vibing with, so I returned it. And what I ended up getting, aside from this, which I like this. Honestly, this size for me is good. It's great. I love it. I took it to the LA Book Fest, like carried some snacks and like a big old water bottle and some stuff and like some, an extra jacket and a big tote bag to carry some books home with me, which I didn't end up doing. But anyway, and this worked out very well for that. So the regular Kanken, I would say is great for like a longer day trip. Like if you're going to be out somewhere like all day long and you need to bring a few extra things like lunch or maybe a bigger jacket, this would be great for that. And this has served me well so far. It's very sturdy. I think it's water resistant, which I haven't tested, but yeah. So overall, I ended up being pretty happy with this one, not with the mini. So what I kind of ended up getting instead was this Carhartt one. My little Pikachu pin that my friend got me. It's so cute. This I've been using for the last couple weeks and so far has been really great. I liked the kind of the muted colors of it. I like that it's smaller. It's more low profile when you wear it. It's very comfortable. This is probably, I think, one of the most comfortable ones that I was going to talk about today. My only qualm with this one is it doesn't quite have as big of a capacity as I was hoping. Let me go back. I have a pretty kind of large pile of things that I like to carry with me on a daily basis, and I'll kind of explain that so you know what I'm trying to fit into each of these backpacks. Firstly, being my sunglasses in a hard case. I like to keep it in a hard case so they're protected and they don't get scratched. I keep a full water bottle. It's like a 16 something ounce water bottle. I keep a pretty large pouch with a shopping bag attached to it, and in this pouch I have a phone charger, some phone charging cables, some wireless ear pods, a little sunscreen stick. I have some medicine. I usually keep like a little snack bar with me. Oh, I have an extra mask in here. So this is kind of just like a little catch-all kit for things I don't necessarily need to access all the time, but things I just like to have with me because I get headaches a lot if it's sunny outside. So I take ibuprofen with me. I'm very fair and pasty and tend to burn, so I always keep sunscreen with me. I always keep a shopping bag with me because you never know when you're going to need one. So this I always have with me. I always have my wallet and some medicine, a pen. I always try to keep a handkerchief because you never know. And usually in the front pocket, I always have a handful of things, which are chapstick, my pocket knife, which is very handy for self-defense. I always carry a handful of these little ginger chews because they are very good for when you have an upset tummy. This mini nail clippers, because whenever I get like a hangnail or something, it always bugs the heck out of me. And I always keep hand sanitizer. So it's kind of an expansive list of things that I always take with me. And so I always need a certain amount of space to fit it all. I like to try to find bags that I can also cram in a light sweater in case I'm going somewhere where it's hot during the day and I don't want to wear it, but I want to carry it around, and then that way I'll have it for later at night when things do cool down and I'll be just protected and everything. I'll be covered. I'll have my bases covered. Essentially, this is all stuff that I keep with me all the time so that I have all my bases covered. And it all fits very comfortably in this Carhartt bag. There's a little space. There's a little extra space, but I did try to cram in a sweater. The bag was like full to bursting and I could barely zip it, which I could make it work, but it's not ideal. But all in all, this is very comfortable. As a daily bag, I like it a lot. I like how it's very kind of plain. It's like a pretty wine color. It's got some nice padding. The straps are long enough to work for me. If in a perfect world, they would still be a tad longer, but they still are great. The only thing I wasn't crazy about with this bag is that this front pocket doesn't have a lot of space. So it's kind of hard to cram all the junk that I keep in there. And also the bottom felt like it needed more padding. Like it felt very flimsy. So I just fixed that problem easily with just folding up a couple handkerchiefs and like putting them in the bottom as padding, and then now it works fine. It works great, actually. This one I'm happy with. I'm definitely gonna kind of, I think, keep this one as my like regular everyday bag. If you can see it. Sorry. It kind of falls comfortably on my back, and I don't know, I like it a lot. I think it's great. Let me go back to the beginning a little bit more. The reason I think I also really wanted to try the Fjallraven Kanken bag was because I kept seeing ads for this bag, Baboon to the Moon. But this one, the price was kind of giving me pause. So I was kind of considering my options, and I realized that the Fjallraven Kanken was actually a bit cheaper than this, and they looked to be about the same kind of size and shape. So I ended up trying the Fjallraven Kanken first. As you know, didn't like it, sent it back. But I kept thinking about this bag. I swear I'm very susceptible to advertising, like on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, and they, I think, knew that, so they were heavily marketing this bag to me, and I guess it worked because I ended up buying one. I was thinking about it all the time, and I was like, that looks really cool. It looks like it would be really great. I just want to try it. Like, I just really wanted it. So I finally just bit the bullet and ended up getting one. I got one from their Magic City run, which I think is limited edition. They still had them when I ordered it, but the lining is like a it's a, I think, like custom artwork. It's like a limited edition like artwork design, and I thought it was really beautiful, and I really like the blue color. I ended up getting it, and it just came in the mail today, so I figured I would talk about it so that I can compare this to the Kanken and to my little Carhartt bag, just so you have a kind of a comprehensive overview. Let me talk about this bag. When I got it, I actually measured it, and I believe this is the exact dimensions of the Fjallraven Kanken Mini, with the exception that it is about a centimeter less deep. The Kanken Mini is literally just 1 centimeter deeper, but height and width, they're actually the same. Considering like I had thought that the Kanken Mini was too small. But you know, I could have worked with the size of the bag. My main issue was the length of the straps. That was something that I just honestly couldn't make work for me. So that was the big question about this bag. Were the straps going to be long enough? And I like scoured pictures online to try and like see how the straps might fall on a bigger person, because again, they always put it on these very, you know, petite skinny models, and it seems like a huge backpack. But when you put it on someone like me, you know, who's like 6 foot and a plus size woman, like I'm broad, it seems smaller. But here it is. It fits very comfortably, honestly. It's not hard to take off and put on. It kind of sits on my back in a more comfortable area. Like, it sits a bit lower on my back, whereas the Kanken Mini would literally like sit up here, look like Dora the Explorer. But this one sits lower in like a comfortable spot. Honestly, I like this one so much better. I'm so much happier with this one than with the Kanken Mini. So let's get into this one. It's got the clamshell opening, so you can see more of what you have in there. It's a little easier to pack as well. The thing I really enjoyed about this one is that because it's kind of got a little bit more capacity than the Carhartt one, I was able to fit all my stuff and cram in my little sweater, and it was perfect. It wasn't like bulging, it wasn't over full, it all fit perfectly. And so this I think would be great for, like, again, if you had a longer day, if you're going somewhere where you need to bring a bit more stuff, like some extra snacks or a bigger water bottle, an extra sweater or something like that. I think this one would be great. I also liked, compared to the Kanken Mini, that it had a lot more interior storage options, because the Kanken Mini really didn't have any kind of interior organization aside from like one kind of pocket like this, which you can't really put a ton in there. But this one I think is a lot better. It's got this weird little mystery pocket up here at the front, which I don't know, maybe you could put keys or something. I think it would be too small for a phone, but whatever. And it's got this little front pocket, which isn't the biggest or most useful, but I was able to cram all my stuff in there and it fit. So overall, very happy with this. I guess my only biggest qualm with this one was definitely the price point. This one, I think for the regular editions, the Baboon to the Moon mini backpack is about $89 US, and the special edition like this one, the Magic City limited edition, was $95 before tax and shipping. So it is pretty expensive, honestly. It's an investment for sure, and not everyone has that kind of money. But it feels super durable. I think it's supposed to be water resistant, possibly waterproof. Don't quote me on that, but definitely water resistant. I remember that. It feels very well constructed. It feels like it could take a beating and be fine. I like the seatbelt straps. I always love these because I'm pretty sure these are meant to be like indestructible. So really hard to like tear your straps. Yeah, it just feels like a very solid, sturdy bag that I would feel very comfortable taking every day, you know, on adventures, various places. So while I was talking about price, let's compare the price points for all these bags. So as I mentioned, this particular bag was $95 before tax and shipping. The Kanken Mini, I believe the Mini is between $60 and $70, and the regular is between, I think, $70 and $80, and that's also before tax and shipping. They both come in a wide array of colors and options, so we can have a lot of creative options there. The Kanken Mini, if price is an issue and you are a smaller person who doesn't have as big of a problem with teeny tiny baby straps, then that one might honestly be a great alternative for you, because honestly they're about the same size. Yeah, like I said, I measured the Baboon to the Moon, and while I don't have the Mini with me, they have their dimensions of the bag online, so I compared them and they were exactly the same, with the exception of this one being just a centimeter less deep. But this one is also equally well constructed, very sturdy. I feel confident, you know, bumming around, taking this on hikes, like tossing it around. I would feel secure with this. It feels very sturdy. And when you compare both of those to the Carhartt bag, this one is significantly less expensive, but also while it does feel super durable, it's like Carhartt canvas or whatever, polyester, I don't know what you would call this, but it's Carhartt, so it's made also to take a beating. This one doesn't feel as durable as those two. I still think this is great for an everyday bag. If you're putting a lot of wear and tear on your bags, that might be something to consider. Also, this one has less space, but this one was significantly more affordable. I think it was about $30 to $35. I found this one on Amazon, and I believe it was between $30 and $35, which compared to $70 for the Kanken and almost $100 for the Baboon to the Moon, this is a great option. Obviously a bit less color choice because, you know, their brand is like, you know, tough and not so much fashion. A lot less color options, but there was a pretty teal and this is like a pretty wine color. And I like how this kind of felt like a blank canvas. I feel like you could, you know, jazz it up like I kind of have with pins and other, you know, decorations. That would be really cool. Keychains and stuff you can hang on it. But just some things to consider. Like I said, this is a video that literally no one asked for. Well, I tend to hyperfixate on things, so I kind of had the idea. Ooh, honestly, the one that I wanted was this one. I am happy that I have it now. I do like it a lot. And I am kind of glad that I made this little journey along the way of finding this one and then finding this one. Overall, I'm very happy. I kind of collect things anyway. I like to, you know, change it up based on where I'm going, what I need to carry, and what I feel like, just the color vibe that I feel like going with. So I'm happy that I have all of them now. I was kind of really heavily researching and watching YouTube videos comparing like different backpacks. This is all information that I wished that I had found out there, so I figured who better to put that video out in the world than me? Anyways, thank you for watching. Sorry if I rambled. Hopefully you found some of this info helpful. If you like videos like this, leave a comment and maybe I'll make more. I don't know. But thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching. All right, bye guys. I'll see you later.